Hey guys, it's Zach from the Concon channel, and in this video I'm going to show you how to get one of the best starting armors and sniper rifles in Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl. Now in order to get the sniper rifle and the armor suit, what you need to do is come down to the chemical plant area, as you can see over here, and you actually want to come here where I'm standing, and we're going to be right by this tunnel entrance, and we need to now progress all the way until we get to the other end, which is going to be over here. Just be careful, there's going to be a lot of anomalies and you'll have to traverse through this little cave with a bunch of enemies, so make sure that you take them out. So once you've taken out the enemies, you're going to come out this train, and to the right you should see a stash here, so don't forget to loot that. It'll give you a blueprint to the exoskeleton suit as well as some nice loot. Also, just to the left of the stash is going to be this train, and what you can do is actually jump onto this little ledge and then you can climb to the top, and there's actually going to be an artifact called the stone heart right over here. Now the stone heart, it reduces the weight, but it has a negative effect with radiation. Once you're done there, you can then continue progressing through the cave, and just be careful. Like I said, there's a lot of enemies down here, so just want to watch out for that. Once you've taken out all the enemies, you're going to come out here where all these spikes and things are going to be, and you just want to keep heading forward. Now once you've exited out the tunnel, you actually want to head over to this tower right over here, so we're just going to take a left, and once we get to the tower we can then climb the tower, and then once you get to the top you're going to find the Mark 1 EMR, which already has an upgrade to it, as you can see, with the cogwheel, and then you'll also get some ammo for the weapon as well, which is pretty nice. Now as you can see, you can sell it, it goes for quite a lot. Obviously you won't get the 40,000 for it, but it does come at 100 durability, and like I said, it comes with an upgrade already attached, which is quite nice. Now if we take a look at the weapon, it already comes pre-installed with a scope, and you can even hold your breath to get those perfect headshots on your enemies or mutants. Now in order to get the armor set, it's going to be in the exact same location as where the sniper rifle was, except for it's going to be by this building down over here. So once you're in this location, you should see this building. There's the tower where the sniper was. Now it's going to be just to the left of it. Now you actually want to hop up onto this truck, and then what we're going to do is jump onto this ledge just ahead of us, and then we can climb inside. Once you're up inside, there's going to be this door that's locked, and you'll need to turn on this power in order to activate that door. So once you activate it, you can then open it. So once you've opened up this gate, you'll now have access to go from the bottom up instead of having to jump out the window. But what you want to do is, to the right of that gate, you actually want to come inside of this room, and you're going to find this key. Now this key is actually going to allow us to get into this building right over here, where we are technically going to do a mini boss fight, and the enemy is going to be a mutant that is very tanky. So now what we want to do is go to that long building we just marked. Now I recommend using that EMR sniper we just got, as it's going to be quite helpful in taking this guy out. But once you have the key, we can then unlock the door, and you want to just close the door. Just be careful, this boss does have some effects that he does to you, where he makes people, like, he pretty much makes you hallucinate, and you'll start seeing enemies and they'll actually hurt you. He's going to be at the very far back end of the room, so you just want to be careful. It is nighttime for me, so it's quite hard for me to see. And there we go, he's activating his powers, and now I'm dazed essentially. Once you kill him, the hallucinations should stop, and then what you want to do is just enter in the room, and towards the end of the room you're going to see this guy laying on the floor. Now you can obviously search him, take what you need, and right above him is going to be a code 0690. So now you need to remember that code, because now we need to go all the way back to the building where we were at. So once we've done that, okay, hello guys. So now once we get back to the building, we can now enter through the bottom, because obviously we unlocked it now by turning on the power. Just close that door, and then we're going to come to the right here, and you're going to see this keypad. Now as you can see, there's the armor, and the code was 0690. Once we've been granted access, we can then open the door, and now we can get our PZ-12V Bulat suit, which is a very cool suit. The suit actually acts as a helmet and a body armor, so as you can see, when we put it on, it acts as both. and it is pretty good. As you can see, if you look at the stats compared to the Wind of Freedom suit we're currently using, it has way more thermal protection, way more radiation and physical protection, and has a decent amount of electrical and chemical protection. You can obviously then still upgrade it at the tech guy, and you can increase its physical protection and whatnot. It's a really nice suit, and now you'll be able to get the stash that you can also loot. The awesome thing about this armor is that you can actually add 20% physical protection as well as weight reduction, or you can do wear resistance. You can also increase its carrying capacity by 10%. Now, if you go to the shoulders, you can then do thermal protection by 15% and chemical protection, or you can do thermal protection by 20% and electrical protection by 15%. And then for the last one, you can add the 20% electrical and 20% chemical protection on top of either or of those previous upgrades. Now, if you go to the middle, you can get a radio protection as well as stamina regeneration of 5% because of the camo hydration system. And the awesome thing about this suit is its lead containers. Now, this suit has 2 lead containers, which means that if you have 2 artifacts, you will not get any negative radiation effect from those 2 artifacts that are placed in the lead containers. You can also make a makeshift artifact container, which means you can get 1 additional container for your artifacts, which means you'll be able to carry 5 artifacts at the same time. As you can see, this suit actually comes with 4 artifact slots, which is absolutely insane for an early gear that you can get. And you'll see that here is the missing last artifact, but with that upgrade we can then carry all 5 artifacts. Now obviously you just have to be careful, as the suit only contains 2 lead containers. You can only have 2 artifacts that will help you, so you obviously want to place the ones where you have the radiation on in those lead containers. Now, with the Mark 1 EMR, which is the sniper rifle, it has insane rate of fire, damage and accuracy, as well as really high penetration and range. Now, if we take a look at the upgrades for this gun, we can increase the aiming accuracy, the moving while aiming, the recoil decrease, the recoil recovery and aiming speed. Now, if we go to the body of the weapon, we can increase its flatness. We can even add an automatic firing mode, but I don't recommend that as this gun has quite a bit of recoil. And then if we go to the muzzle, we can actually increase the bullet range or decrease the recoil, as well as reduce damage drop off or increase the armor piercing power by 25%. Now I recommend using that as it will deal so much damage to enemies who have armor, as well as headshots on enemies that are carrying helmets. So yeah guys, that is how you get the best early game sniper rifle as well as body armor in S.t.a.l.k.e.r 2 Heart of Chernobyl. I hope this video helped you guys out, and thanks for watching.